Have you been considering making the move to a Denver, Colorado suburb and you want to know the top ones that are available? Well, in today's video, I'm going over the top 6 suburbs you need to be considering when making the move to Denver, Colorado. Welcome back to Colorado Living. I'm Nicole Baker. Today we're going over exactly that, but before we get started, you know the drill. I have to let you guys know I am a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state. So if you've been thinking about relocating to Denver and a surrounding suburb, I would love to help you out. My number and email are popping up. Text, day, night, call, whatever's easiest for you guys. But if you're not quite ready to reach out yet, go ahead and subscribe. I post videos just like this one, all about the relocation process, every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. So if you want to go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and do that. But let's get started in today's video. Guys, I just want to put this little disclaimer out here in this video just in the beginning to let you guys know these are not my personal opinions when it comes to location. This is just an article that was written. I will also include the article down below so you guys can go ahead and read that as well. But this is all based off of just family friendliness, outdoor activities, residents wellness, and those are the main things that I would say. If you're looking for something more crime related, go ahead and check out the links below. I also have, great schools, what schools are the best and things like that. Again, that's not something that I typically discuss on my channel, but I would highly suggest you go and check out those links. But let's get started with the number 1 city to live in when it comes to Denver, Colorado suburbs. The number 1 suburb close to Denver that you really want to consider is going to be Littleton, Colorado. Littleton, Colorado is absolutely gorgeous, and anyone that lives there would be lucky to live there. Some of the amazing things that you can have access to if you do live in Littleton is close access to the downtown Denver area, depending on where in Littleton you are, because it is quite spread out. You're looking about 25 to 30 minutes spread depending on where, but you could be as close as 10 minutes to downtown from Littleton area. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check out this area. But if you want to be close to the mountains, Littleton is also a number 1 spot for that. When it comes to being close to the mountains, it's definitely harder to find something that's a little bit more affordable, and Littleton is right off of the mountains. So it's a very nice area if you're looking to be in the Front Range, which is AKA off of the mountain for easier terms. But it is, again, a beautiful community. And if you're looking to go skiing or snowboarding during the weekends or just be out in the mountains in general, you'll have very close access to that. When it comes to the average price point, it is quite pricey to live in Littleton, but it is going to be about an average price point of $718, which I know is quite expensive, but that is, again, just single family residence. So when it comes to townhomes, condos, there's definitely some more options for you guys. If you want more information on that, go ahead and reach out. But the average income in that area is $82,000 a year, so keep that in mind too. Obviously, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to qualify for the average price point, but just so you guys can see kind of the economy in that area. Another really great thing about Littleton is that you are kind of having a huge array of different options when it comes to housing, whether that be super old, super new. Littleton has it all. You also have a downtown Littleton, which is really cool if you enjoy kind of like that unique, just a unique old town, downtown kind of atmosphere. I know those are always fun to go to, whether that be for like knick-knack shopping or like a good bite to eat or a glass of wine, just depending on what you guys like to do. But they also have fun family activities down there as well on certain holidays or whatnot. But that is why Littleton is definitely rated number 1 when it comes to what suburbs to live in. Next but not least, Centennial, Colorado. Beautiful, beautiful community. Tons of options when it comes to housing, things to do or whatnot. You're about 30 minutes, depending on where you are in Centennial, from downtown Denver. So if you're looking for quick access to the downtown area, that might be a great option for you. Or if you want to be closer to the mountains, you're probably a little, maybe 10 minutes away from Littleton. So a little bit more east from Littleton. So you still have plenty of access to the mountain areas. Also, when it comes to Centennial, you have some great school districts. If you guys are thinking about school districts, I highly suggest checking out the links below. I know nothing about schools, I just know what people tell me, but definitely do your own research when it comes to schools, especially if that's important to you. But they are known to have some of the top school districts, so check that out. And then also when it comes to housing, it's a little bit more affordable than Littleton. Kind of seems like to me when you are going away from the mountains, somehow, some way it ends up being a little bit more affordable, just because when you move to Colorado, you probably want to have quick access to the mountains. So a little bit further east, not too bad for definitely a cheaper home. When it comes to a cheaper home, it's actually quite a bit cheaper than Littleton at $685,000 for the average price point. That is single family. Again, with Centennial just being a huge array of different options when it comes to housing. There's definitely townhomes, there's definitely condos, all these different options that can really limit and make your price point go down quite a bit, whether that be, $450 or something along those lines, but you have options when it comes to those as well. And it's crazy because it's a little bit cheaper to live, but the average income is a little bit more in that area as well, at around $115,000 a year for an average yearly income. So just keep that in mind, just some random weird fact, but you have tons of options when it comes to the housing. Again, whether that be acreage property, whether that be a nice ranch style home, whether it be a townhome, plenty of options, plenty of fun things to do. My favorite thing about Centennial is it pretty much wraps up a lot of the major shopping centers and just food places. I mean, it's a really widespread. So whether you enjoy going to Crumble Cookies, whether it's Shake Shack, whether it's some cooler restaurants out there, you pretty much have it all. Another thing I really enjoy about Centennial is depending on where you are, you have super quick access to pretty much anywhere in the state, because you do have the I-25 kind of running straight down the center, which is not a toll road, which is another really great thing. If you don't like spending extra money on tolls, because nobody does, Centennial will be a really good option when it comes to living in the Denver, Colorado suburbs. Next but not least, Lakewood, Colorado. You are definitely closer to the Front Range, so you're just one little step north of Littleton, which is nice. You're close to the mountains, easy access for whether that be skiing, whether that just be going to hang out in the beautiful mountains, and also just a beautiful view in general. Lakewood has tons of options when it comes to that. The average price point is getting a little bit cheaper than Littleton. Littleton, I think because it's such a popular area, obviously the price point in that area is going to be a little bit higher, but with living in Lakewood, you'll be closer to the $620 price point, which is awesome. We want to make sure that we can try and stay in our budget as much as possible, and not everyone can afford that $715. So if you're looking to be a little bit more budget friendly, $620 is definitely not budget friendly for a lot of people, but you get my point. Is it's a little bit cheaper, which is awesome, but you still have access to the mountains. When it comes to downtown, you are definitely close to the downtown area, but you're gonna be seeing lots of congestion on 6th Ave, which is where basically, it's kind of in the heart of Lakewood. So lots of activity when it comes to driving down there to get to downtown Denver, but still beautiful for sure. You have tons of nightlife down there, tons of fun outdoor activities, and it's just a fun time. The average income there yearly is about $75,000. So that's another thing to keep in mind. If you want to check out schools, again, check out the schools down below. But you have tons of options when it comes to schooling too. Colorado is really good in general for schooling. I think we're a top 15 in the United States for schooling, which is awesome. So just keep that in mind. I think that there's tons of good schoolings, whether it be super A+, I don't know. Check those out below, but let's head to the next one. not least, Broomfield, Colorado. If you don't mind being a little bit more north of the Denver, downtown Denver area, Broomfield will be an amazing option for you, especially for anyone that's super outdoorsy. Yes, it's a little bit further from the mountains, but you have tons and tons of open space when it comes to biking, about 250 miles of open biking trails, and then 8,000 square feet of public open space for all of the things that we love about Colorado. So if you are a nature person, you'll definitely love Broomfield. Broomfield also has all the things that you could possibly need when it comes to your suburbs, whether that be Target, whether that be Starbucks, whether it be whatever. You have tons of options. I always suggest, if you're looking into these cities, hop on Google Maps and kind of zoom in and just check out some of those shopping centers, because I think that's really important that you have access to all the things that you typically like to do. So I highly suggest that. You are not going to have as much traffic in the Broomfield area, which is nice. You will definitely have that traffic if you are heading downtown to Denver with a little bit of a drive and no toll roads, so it does get a little bit backed up there. But still amazing, gorgeous areas. Check out the school rates, check out the crime rates. It's rated very highly by lots of people, so I would highly suggest that. And then if you're wanting to be somewhat near Broomfield but don't want to have that average price point of $683,000 for a single family home, I highly suggest checking out North Commerce City, where you can find homes that are absolutely brand new for around, we'll say $600,000, which is not too bad compared, but definitely keep your options open, whether those are single family homes. So keep that in mind. Doesn't mean that there isn't a townhome or a condo out there for you for cheaper, but all of these things combined create a beautiful Broomfield, and that is why it's definitely on the top end of our list. Next but not least, Cherry Creek. Technically it is in Denver, but I wanted to mention it because it is absolutely gorgeous. If you're looking for something a little bit more luxury and the price point's a little bit higher, and you want that super new, luxurious, like they have all the shops that you like, they have a Restoration Hardware, they have all of that kind of like more, I would say, bougie area, definitely check out Cherry Creek. It's one of my favorite areas. Lots of gorgeous homes that have basically been at one point just like the land was empty. They created these gorgeous custom homes. If you're familiar with the Scottsdale area, I always compare it to that because it is definitely that feel of like these super huge just crazy beautiful houses that have all these updates in them. If you're okay with a higher price point though, the average price point in that area is just around $930. It is quite a bit more expensive, but I can definitely tell you there's a lot more townhomes and condos available in that area for cheaper. So if you're not needing a single family residence, that'll be a good option. Another thing that's great about Cherry Creek is it's definitely more of a city vibe. So if you're looking for something that's not super suburban, that is definitely another really great option when it comes to moving to anywhere in the Denver, Colorado area. Not least, guys, Highlands Ranch, a very, very popular neighborhood for anyone that is thinking about moving to a Denver, Colorado metro area. It is about 30 minutes from downtown. It is fully a suburb. If you want to check out videos on my Highlands Ranch kind of tour of the area and what kind of different houses you can get, definitely check that out below and in my channel. But you have tons of options when it comes to pricing. I know that this average price point, again, I always like to specify because I don't want to cut anyone out if they don't have to be cut out. But when it comes to the average price point, you're at about $745. but that doesn't mean you can't find something for cheaper. I have definitely seen homes in that area running for anywhere between like $550 and up, but there's also some amazing, gorgeous homes out in Highlands Ranch, whether that be multi-million mansions or a nice, beautiful single family home. You have your options when it comes to that. Another thing that I really enjoy about Highlands is that it's a lot of new and updated things, which is amazing. I enjoy a newer area. Definitely doesn't have that same like downtown feel that some of the other cities, like we'll say Parker or Littleton, like we mentioned today in this video, or Lakewood, those downtown areas, very older, unique, like very, I don't know how to explain it. You guys have probably been to an older downtown area before, so you know how it is, but it definitely doesn't have that feel there. It's very, very suburban. That's how I can most explain it. But if you're looking for that kind of lifestyle, you would absolutely love it. And you are very, very close to the mountains again. So you have plenty of options when it comes to Highlands Ranch, but that is a top contender as well. All right guys, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button down below. If you want more content just like this, go ahead and subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. And if you're thinking about purchasing in the Denver, Colorado area, go ahead and reach out. My number and email are popping up. I love helping you guys through this process of relocating. I know it's not easy, but it'll be well worth it. But until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.